From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
All right, it was a pretty good day across the area today. I'll tell you, out in the west, not so good, but they are getting moisture. They even have flood watches and warnings out into the interior valleys of California because they've had so much rain. If you remember, we've been talking about drought for the last 2 years, so it's been interesting. Travel advisories even into portions of Nevada. And so big snows going on out to Salt Lake City area. And then that's starting to expand eastward. We've had a few showers with an upper level disturbance in Texas. The rain and thunderstorms that were in far southeast Oklahoma and eastern Texas last night are now off to the east of us and pushing away from the area. Temperature wise, really cold up to our north, but fortunate for us is that it's not diving south. It's going to be chilly by morning, but again, most of it very mild weather. Improved conditions across the northeast where it's been horrible, so that's welcome. As far as this area to the north, that cold air isn't really going to influence our weather for a little while, and next week it will somewhat. Meantime, we're generally in the upper 40s to low 50s. Airport reading Bartlesville 39, 40s out west. A south wind is returning to the area as we go through the early morning hours, but it's still going to be chilly. 30s across the area with some 20s out into the Panhandle, even down to 23 out around Guyman. Most of our temperatures for tomorrow for the last day of the old year of 2022. Hard to believe that that's already over with. In the 60s. Yes, mid-60s across the area. So get ready to enjoy it. A few degrees cooler out to the west of us. And for our New Year's Eve here in the Tulsa area, this is pretty nice. This is amazingly nice if you really stop and think about it, because a lot of the New Year's Eve celebrations don't always go off as planned because everybody's freezing to death. This is a pretty good one, about 50 at midnight, light south winds. So by the time we get into Sunday morning, it's not that bad. It's very nice, in fact, for the first day of the new year. And by the time we work our way into the afternoon, we're talking about temperatures that'll be ranging in the mid to upper 60s to 70. In fact, low 70s across southeast Oklahoma. I wouldn't be surprised here in Tulsa if we hit 70. Depends upon how many clouds roll in and how fast on Sunday afternoon. Now, there is a storm system that'll start to develop. You can see some showers out in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. Heaven knows. Need rain out there. But it looks like it's going to take off and start going on Monday and developing more so. It's part of that storm system that's out in the western part of the country. And so this is going to start to see an increase in chance of rain. We'll be in the 50s to around 60 around Tulsa with gusty south winds and then rain and thunderstorms about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice it's getting drier out to the west, so there could be a dry line situation coming in a little bit. And then that'll move off to the east fairly rapidly. There's a period for the late afternoon hours where we could actually have a few strong, isolated, severe storms. But once again, during the afternoon, if we clear out in time, temperatures will be in the 60s to near 70 degrees. It's like, holy moly. So that's not too bad of a way to start the new year. That we just have to watch out for the threat of a few severe storms from Tulsa to the east. Higher probabilities are going to be over into Arkansas, and it's not going to be good. Be hail, wind, and some tornadoes with that. Rainfall amounts have dropped off a little bit compared to yesterday's forecast, and mainly in the far southeast. Again, we'd sure like to see snag some more rain, other than a 1/10 of an inch or a 1/2 inch to the west, but there isn't a whole lot going on. In the meantime, to get us through the weekend, other than maybe some sprinkles in southeast Oklahoma, we're not talking about too much going on. And then the bigger part is the jet stream. So we got this little break going on now out to the west, the western part of the country has that storm system I was showing you just a little bit ago. And that's what's going to flare up our chance of showers and storms around here. Once that passes through, and then the colder air comes in. So it's going to be pretty doggone chilly in the middle of next week. It doesn't really last too long. And so we kind of get back to a little bit more of a southwest flow. So by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday, it's looking pretty good. And of next week, where we get back in the 50s, which normal high would be in the 40s. So overall, our extended forecast for the second week, not just the first week, is for warmer than normal temperatures and wetter than normal. So that combination would be fantastic. Most of our temperatures right now hanging around 50 degrees. Pretty mild, light north winds across the area. The metro showing up generally in the 40s to around 50. And tonight through the morning hours, 43, not too shabby. And then 37 by morning. 60s with a good chance of rain on your Monday. And then we get that colder weather coming in. So it'll be quite chilly for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Rebounding a little bit for next weekend. And overall, that's not a bad way to enter into 2023. And that is Look at Your 9-Day Planner. We'll be right back with some sports.